Guru Jaya Satyam Jaya Jaya 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 Guru Jaya Satyam Om Jaya Jaya Guru Jaya Satyam Satyam Jaya Jaya Guru Jaya 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 Satyam
Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat. Welcome you all for this sadhana of Mahasamadhi Diwas. We'll start with Shanti Path and we'll have many chants and many things to remember our Pujya Paramhamsa. So stay with us. Please get ready for Shanti Path. Sitting quietly, comfortably. Observe your body. Make it comfortable, relaxed, and now still. Observe your breath. And collect your awareness at eyebrow center. Visualize or imagine a bright, tiny flame, Jyoti, Keeping your awareness focused on that symbol of Jyoti, we will chant Omkar 3 times together, followed by Shanti mantras and one shloka from Guru Stotra. Please breathe in. Sahana bhavatu, Sahana bhunaktu, Saviryam karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu. Ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Let the Paramhamsa's image emerge within the bright flame. It is 13 years of his Mahasamadhi. Mentally bowing down to him, we will chant one Guru Shloka. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Offer your pranam to Paramhamsa. Remember his divine life and the divine way he departed. Let his image and the image of candle flame, Jyoti, disperse now. Become aware of your body. Gradually externalizing your awareness, become aware of the room you are sitting in, the environment as a whole, even outside the room. Whatever sensation, sound, etc., you can gather. Try to catch them without analyzing. And when the awareness is fully externalized, rub your palms together briskly till they are warm. Put them over your closed eyes very gently. Feel the warmth and prana. Transfer it all over the face and then slowly open your eyes. Hari Om Tat Sat. So we start our program with all the love and devotion for our Guru and offering our pranams to him in various different items. Hari Om Tat Sat.
Guru Paduka Stotram. Ananta samsara samudra tara naukayitabhyam Guru bhakti dabhyam vairagya samrajyad pujanabhyam Namo Namah Shri Guru Padukabhyam Namo Namah Shri Guru Padukabhyam Kavitvavarashini Shakarabhyam Daurbhagya Davam Buddhamalikabhyam Duri Kritanam Ravipatitabhyam Namo Namah Shri Guru Padukabhyam Namo Namah Shri Guru Padukabhyam Nataya Yo Shri Patitam Samiyu Kadachidapya Shudaredravarya Mukakshvachas Patitam Hitabhyam Namo Namah Shri Guru Padukabhyam Namo Namah Shri Guru Padukabhyam Nali Kanika Shapada Hritabhyam Nana Vimoha Dinivarikabhyam Nama Janabhishtati Pradabhyam Namo Namah Shri Guru Padukabhyam Namo Namah Shri Guru Padukabhyam Nepali Moli Vrajaratna Kanti Sari Dviraja Jhashkanyakabhyam Nripatvadabhyam Nataloka Pankte Namo Namah Shri Guru Padukabhyam Namo Namah Shri Guru Padukabhyam Papandhakarar Paramparabhyam Tapatraya Hindra Khageshwarabhyam Jadabhi Sanshoshanavadavabhyam Namo Namah Shri Guru Padukabhyam Namo Namah Shri Guru Padukabhyam Shamadhi Shatka Pradavai Bhavabhyam Samadhi Dana Vratadikshitabhyam रामादवाङ्घ्रि स्थिरभक्तिदाभ्यां नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यां नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यां स्वाचार्पराणाम् अखिलेष्टदाभ्यां स्वाहा सहाया धुरन्धराभ्यां स्वातांच भाव प्रदपूजनाभ्यां नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यां नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यां कामादिसर्प व्रजगारुडाभ्यां विवेकवैराग्यनिधि प्रदाभ्यां बोधप्रदाभ्यां धृतमोक्षदाभ्यां नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यां नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यां नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यां ॐ शान्ति शांति शांति हरि ओम तत्सत।
हरिओम। सत्यम चालीसा। सुमिराओ श्री गुरुपद कमल महिमा अपरंपार बरनौ सत्यम विमल जस जो तारक भव भार मात पिता गुरु बंधु सब तुम ही हमारे नाथ किस मुख से विनती करऊं चरण कमल में मां गुरुवर सत्यानंद की जय। जय जय सत्यम लोक महेश्वर बल धन ऐश्वर्य विदु सर्वेश्वर तेरो आश्रित यह जग माया योग यज्ञ जन हेतु रचाया सर्वाधार सत्य तुम एका भिन्न भिन्न युग नाम अनेका आदि काल कह यह इतिहासा युग युग प्रकट ही ईश प्रकाशा सतयुग माहि महेश कहाए त्रेता राम चंद्र बनि आए द्वापर कृष्ण चंद्र अवतारा भक्तन भरण हरण मही भारा तुम गीता अर्जुन ही सुनाए ब्रह्म योग विधि सहित सिखाए कलयुग सत्यम योग प्रणेता गुरुदेव तुम कृपा निकेता ऋषिकेश में दीक्षा पाए शिवानंद सम गुरु अपनाए संस्कृति गगन ही एक सितारा गुरु पहचान ही एक ही बारा सेवा भाव उगामन माही सभी राम सिय दूसर नाही चली साधना सतत कठोरा बीत ही युग तब होई हई भोरा गुरु संदेश हृदय सिर धारे चले प्रभंजन द्वारे द्वारे जग जीवन दुख क्लेश अपारा केहि विधि मिलहि सभी छुटकारा चंचल मन चेतन गतिहीना करहु कृपा गुरुवर में दीना विषयासक्ति मोह मद माना षट विकार विष तत्व समाना काहू कहूँ नहीं हटत हटाए बैरी बुरे बुद्धि बौराए शक्तिमान मैं खुद से हारा बस सत्यम तब नाम आधारा, मम दुख से नहीं तुम अनजाना, परम हंस विभु ब्रह्म समाना, चरण कमल भव तारन हारे, मंत्र मूल है शब्द तुम्हारे, तुमरो शरण सदा सुख कारक, ताप पाप भव व्याधि विदारक, मंगल नायक तव अभिनंदन, दूर करो जन मानस क्रंदन, सत्यम सीख एक अपनाओ, हर हालत में मस्ती लाओ, प्रभु प्रसाद में जीवन सारा, इसीलिए सब कुछ है प्यारा, योगी होकर जग में जीना, जगदीश्वर बन सब रस पीना, भाव आधार कर्म फल आवा, बिनु करनी कहूँ के ही का पावा, कहीं नहीं फिर कोई बाधा, देख लिया यह जिसने साधा, आत्म स्वरूप ही देव चिन्हाई, महानंद हृदय उमगाई, बहुविधि कर ही योग प्रचारा, जन जन देत मंत्र निस्तारा, आज विश्व महा अस कह कोना, जहाँ न सत्यम योग सलोना, अखिल विश्व योगेश्वर स्वामी, दो वरदान बनु सतकामी, स्वर्णिम वदन नयन चमकीले, गीता सम तव वचन रसीले, पांच तत्व जिमि पंच अगन जलि, त्यागिनी वृत्ति निवृत्ति कर सजी, भस्म विभूषित शिव सम अंगा, भोलेनाथ सर्वदा संगा, अविरल राम नाम आराधन, प्रतिदिन राम चरित अवगाहन, शिवानंद गुरुदेव मगन मन, सेवा प्रेम दान संस्थापन, राजसोई संकल्पित स्वामी, महाराजन के राज नमामि, चित्रकूट जिमि राम निवासा, तिमि गुरुवर तब रिखिया वासा, सतगुरु चरण सदा चित लाऊं, हर दम गुरुवर सत्यम ध्याऊं, सत्यानंद महा अवतारा, आए कली हरण मही भारा, योग स्थापन हेतु जग, आए गुरु महान, अखिल रसामृत सिंधु तुम, लो शत कोटि प्रणाम, लो शत कोटि प्रणाम, लो शत कोटि प्रणाम, गुरुवर सत्यानंद की जय। हरिओम तत्सत।
हरिओम तत्सत। निवेदन। हे मेरे गुरुदेव करुणा सिंधु करुणा कीजिए, हे मेरे गुरुदेव करुणा सिंधु करुणा कीजिए, हूँ अधम आधीन अशरण अब शरण में लीजिए, हे मेरे गुरुदेव करुणा सिंधु करुणा कीजिए, खा रहा गोते हूँ मैं भव सिंधु के मझधार में, खा रहा गोते हूँ मैं भव सिंधु के मझधार में, आसरा है दूसरा कोई न अब संसार में, आसरा है दूसरा कोई न अब संसार में, हे मेरे गुरुदेव करुणा सिंधु करुणा कीजिए, मुझ में है जप तप न साधन और नहीं कुछ ज्ञान है। मुझ में है जप तप न साधन और नहीं कुछ ज्ञान है। निर्लज्जता है एक बाकी और बस अभिमान है। निर्लज्जता है एक बाकी और बस अभिमान है। हे मेरे गुरुदेव करुणा सिंधु करुणा कीजिए। हे मेरे गुरुदेव करुणा सिंधु करुणा कीजिए। पाप बोझे से लदी नैया भंवर में जा रही। पाप बोझे से लदी नैया भंवर में जा रही। नाथ दौड़ो अब बचा लो नाव डूबी जा रही। नाथ दौड़ो अब बचा लो नाव डूबी जा रही। हे मेरे गुरुदेव करुणा सिंधु करुणा कीजिए। हे मेरे गुरुदेव करुणा सिंधु करुणा कीजिए। आप भी यदि छोड़ देंगे फिर कहाँ जाऊंगा मैं। आप भी यदि छोड़ देंगे फिर कहाँ जाऊंगा मैं। जन्म दुख से नाथ कैसे पार कर पाऊंगा मैं। जन्म दुख से नाथ कैसे पार कर पाऊंगा मैं। हे मेरे गुरुदेव करुणा सिंधु करुणा कीजिए। हे मेरे गुरुदेव करुणा सिंधु करुणा कीजिए। सब जगह मंजिल भटक कर ली शरण अब आपकी। सब जगह मंजिल भटक कर ली शरण अब आपकी। पार करना या न करना दोनों मर्जी आपकी। पार करना या न करना दोनों मर्जी आपकी। हे मेरे गुरुदेव करुणा सिंधु करुणा कीजिए। हे मेरे गुरुदेव करुणा सिंधु करुणा कीजिए। हे मेरे गुरुदेव करुणा सिंधु करुणा कीजिए। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। हरि ओम तत्सत।
Hari Om, Namo Narayan. Well, we all are a family of the Satyananda Yoga Network around the world. So I know I won't need to say much about Swamiji since we all have our own deep personal connection with the Guru and have our individually unique spiritual experiences. Therefore, the best I can do is share my experiences with Paramhamsa Swami Satyananda Saraswatiji in Mumbai ashram. First of all, we had no technologically advanced devices or equipments back then. That itself gave us a lot of opportunity to stay connected with nature and spare enough time to experience spirituality to the max. I had met Paramhamsa Swami Satyananda Saraswatiji only once in Mumbai before my first trip to Mumbai. So when I reached Mumbai, asked the Swami on gate duty where Swamiji was. He casually smiled and pointed out in the triangular garden plot behind the Jyoti Mandir. He was typically clad in just single geru dhoti, tied tightly with whole body sweating as he vigorously dug up the soil at lightning speed. Soon I learned the tricks of karma yoga duty allotment. Initially, surprising as it would be, the first task usually given to any newcomer would be to clean public bathrooms and toilets, regardless of your likes, dislikes, and status of any sort whatsoever. The first challenge to surrender our ego. The other beautiful duty given would be helping in any garden assigned to a sannyasin. It's the most divine experience to work in connection with nature, where we can relate our inner nature with the weeds like toxic thoughts, which are endless, no matter how many times you remove them, and also the beautiful seasonal flowers and fruits, which are endearing and addictive, but don't last long. One of the greatest ego and intellect challenges Swamiji would often put a disciple through was pushing one through constant uncertainty to defy or rather diminish our tendency to expect. For this, we were taken by surprise with a sannyasin deliberately knocking furiously on your door at any unexpected, unearthly timings to saying, Swamiji has instructed you to vacate the place, to vacate the room immediately and shift to another place. This didn't only mean pack your bag. In fact, we had no bag or belongings. Our only belongings would be the 2 dhotis we got each year and nothing more than that. And funnily enough, because of falling short of dhotis or just 2 dhotis not being enough for the whole year, there would be a lot of mischief of pinching others' dhotis, which was fun watching each one discovering who took whose and then watching them chasing each other like kids. So the belongings we'd have to carry to the next room would include our bed, including the mattress and the wooden chowki or cot, along with its 4 mosquito net poles and whatever equipment given in your custody for the current Karma Yoga duty. Imagine carrying all that up or down the hill slopes, sometimes even at late night. We were also not allowed to keep any religious objects, photos, not even of Swamiji. Only one was only rightfully allowed to keep the Guru Mantra Mala, and if at all, for the intellectually inclined, maybe a book of Swamiji until they finish reading it, nothing else. Definitely no personal food items. So even ordinary things like glucose biscuits or small chocolates, etc., felt so special. We were quite a feared gang of youngsters, of about 10-15 of us, who did do much mischief and breaking rules with the full freedom exclusively granted by Sri Swamiji for youngsters. He had warned all grown-ups that none of them will ever scold or stop us youngsters, children as he called us, from doing whatever we wanted. That included climbing on fruit trees, plucking and savoring the yummy, juicy fruits, while the garden in charge sannyasin is strictly prohibited from allowing anyone to do so. We sat up in the trees and laughed watching them cry playfully, of course, begging us to spare the fruits which Swamiji will ask an account of. Swamiji literally kept account of every blade of grass in each garden and every pin on every table. On one other seemingly mischievous but deeply spiritual test Swamiji ever enjoyed putting his disciples through was, for instance, telling the kitchen in charge that not a single grain of any food items will go out of the kitchen without Swamiji's exclusive written permission with signature. And on the other hand, he would send an equally strong-headed disciple to the kitchen to urgently get something, for example, a bowl of sugar, without giving him any written note. You can imagine the combustion between both strict and strong-headed disciples, each proving their total commitment to Guru at all costs. This once practically ensued with those two disciples, one the kitchen in charge, running behind the requisitioner with a hot iron rod, both screaming at each other. First, everyone who witnessed was shocked, wondering what was happening. Later that evening, during dinner, Swamiji sat between us and narrated the whole incident, and we all laughed as those two disciples who were also giggling and justifying themselves. Swamiji then explained that it is in such situations that our integrity is tested and our ability to decide between following the rule book, being practical, and whether listening to your heart or mind. No one had a personal plate and glass for meals. All military type enamel glass plates and mugs would be kept in a basket, many quite old and even with holes and rusted, due to which everyone wanted to rush to get a good one. Often only khichdi was served continuously for 3 months, or salt would be less in dal, etc. But we had to eat what we got. No fancy food. Electricity would be gone anywhere from 3 to 7 days in a row, causing water shortage since we couldn't pump up the water. Use the well water then. Swamiji was always a hardcore disciplinarian and multiple times more loving and affectionate in his own sweet ways, directly or indirectly. He had an unbeatable sense of humor, and would joke and laugh like a naughty little boy. When he gave satsang, not a soul would move or make a sound. His speeches were just so gripping and heart or soul touching to each and every individual. Every person felt like he was speaking that part for me especially. His help comes in ways we cannot imagine, provided we hold our faith strong and unperturbed and hold no doubt in his doings. He is an unbelievable visionary, which those who have experienced would know. So no matter how much we understand of what the Guru guides us to do, it all makes sense much, much later. So much for now. Hari Om Tat Sat.
मास की बनी पुतली
Hari Om Tat Sat. Satyananda Mangalam. Sagamādhani sa sanidhamagasa gurunam gurubhyo ginamagraganyam tapasvi manasvi guninamavandyam ahanish tapasyaaratam jatarupam Mahishi Manim Satyanandam Namami Mahishi Manim Satyanandam Namami Balya cha pratibha cha pragya prapannam tatha svanusandhan kautuhalinam Shivananda Pratima Namadarsa Shishyam Mahishi Manisa Satyanandam Namami Mahishim Manisa Satyanandam Namami Jano Thanalagna Satatat Chittam Sada piditebhyo vyayam yasya vittam Paramhamsa rupam turiya pratishtham Mahishim Manim Satyanandam Namami Mahishim Manim Satyanandam Namami Satat Satat Karma Yoga Sya Margena Siddham Tatha Karma Yoga Jagati Prasiddham Imam Panchavandhim Chatulyam Titikshum Mahishi Manim Satyanandam Namami Mahishi Manim Satyanandam Namami Yogandolam Sarvachala Yantam Pratigeha Yoganuraktam Kurvantam Kalabhavatiryam Kritapmatimatyam Mahishi Manim Satyanandam Namami Mahishi Manim Satyanandam Namami Nigamamame nihitam sarvaguhyam Kritamamalakka karetat samagram Jananam hitaya prasritam jayenam Mahishi Manim Satyanandam Namami Mahishi Manim Satyanandam Namami Sadachara-shilam Sadaredhayalum Shradhalum Dayalum Tatha cha Kripalum Sadanandalinam Cha Atyantahinam Mahishi Manim Satyanandam Namami Mahishi Manim Satyanandam Namami Namaste Namaste Samadhistadhyanin Namaste Namaste Mahakarma Yogin Namaste Namaste Satat Brahmacharin Namaste, namaste, sasarvastvadhyagin. Namaste, namaste, sasarvasyatyagin. Namaste, namaste, sasarvasvatyagin. Namaste, namaste, sasarvasvatyagin. Namaste, namaste, sasarvasvatyagin. Namaste, namaste, sasarvasvatyagin. Hari Om Tat Sat.
Hari Om. Tribute to Paramhamsa Swami Satyananda Saraswatiji by Swami Niranjananda Saraswati. On the occasion of the concluding day of Shraddhanjali Saptah Ganga Darshan, 30th December 2009. Hari Om. At midnight of 5th December, Sri Swamiji entered into Mahasamadhi. At the time of his Mahasamadhi, it had been 20 years since Sri Swamiji had come to Rikhya. You must have known from him that his life is divided into 20-year cycles. For the first 20 years of his life, he lived at home. For the next 20 years, he lived at his Guru's ashram in Rishikesh and immersed himself in seva. In the third cycle of 20 years, he came to Munger and, following his Guru's direct mandate to him, established yoga as a worldwide movement. He created a monument of yoga in Munger and then offered it as a tribute at the feet of his Guru, Swami Shivananda. He said, "This was your mandate, which I completed. Now I offer it to you. Now I have become free of my Guru's mandate." And in this way, after being here for 20 years, he walked away from it. The last chapter of his life, Rikhya, was also a 20-year period. It started in 1989 when he came to Rikhya and culminated in 2009. In Rikhya, he dedicated his life to live the sannyasa life and the teachings of his Guru. Sri Swamiji always said that when I leave my body, it will not be in a hospital, surrounded by disciples and with tubes in my nose and mouth, but in a state of meditation. In a poem, he says, "With nothing on my body and with nothing in my hands, let me roam on the bank of the Ganga with the name of Shiva on my lips and the thought of Devi and Durga in my mind. Let me not know that I exist. And when I die, I will not know that I am dying." This is exactly what he achieved. A siddha, a perfected being, works according to sankalpas, resolves in his life, and not according to personal wishes or desires. In Sri Swamiji's life, we see the force of his sankalpa shakti and what he achieved through his sankalpa shakti. He hoisted the flag of yoga and of the Bihar yoga tradition in the world from Munger and brought honor to Bihar. Thereafter, Rikhya became his tapobhumi. He performed arduous higher Vedic sadhanas there, which have been prescribed for Paramhamsa sannyasins. He practiced Panchagni sadhana along with other sadhanas. You all have also been witness to that. He lived a simple life and the lifestyle of a sannyasi. Sannyasa is a medium to realize and surrender to the Guru and God residing within. In Rikya, Sri Swamiji molded and lived his life as per the teachings of his Guru, and also inspired others to live these teachings of serve, love, give. Sri Swamiji converted Rikya village into Rikya Peeth with the mandate to propagate these fundamental messages of spiritual life. The fundamental message of spiritual life is improve the quality of life. The quality of life improves when we are able to come out of our shells and connect with other people through service, through love, and through sharing. These are the inspirations that Sri Swamiji himself gave in Rikya. Sri Swamiji's spiritual strength and inspiration is the foundation of our life. And today we invoke that very force and inspiration to descend in us. Let us welcome Sri Swamiji to become the indweller of our lives and offer him the throne on which he can sit within us as the emperor of hearts, so that we can always be one with his presence and grace. Hari Om Tat Sat.
Hari Om, Namo Narayan, Guru Vandana. Paramhamsa Guru, Paramhamsa Guru, Punya Kam Tum Lo Pranam Satakoti Hridaya Se. Paramhamsa Guru, Paramhamsa Guru. तिमिर पंथ पर ज्ञान रश्मि तुम, जड़ता में चैतन्य उर्मि तुम. तिमिर पंथ पर ज्ञान रश्मि तुम, जड़ता में चैतन्य उर्मि तुम. तेरी करुणा से भीगा मन, निस दिन गाता गान अभय का. परमहंसा गुरु, परमहंसा गुरु. ज्ञान गगन के केंद्र इंदु तुम, ध्यान चक्र के मध्य बिंदु तुम. ज्ञान गगन के केंद्र इंदु तुम, ध्यान चक्र के मध्य बिंदु तुम. बूंद बने हम स्नेह सिंधु तुम, अंत नहीं तेरे परिचय का. परमहंसा गुरु, परमहंसा गुरु. तुम गीता तुम ही रामायण, व्यास तुम ही तुम वै संपायन. तुम गीता तुम ही रामायण, व्यास तुम ही तुम वै संपायन. तुम ही शिव सुंदर सत, तुम ही शांति विवेक महात्म, तुम ही परमहंसा गुरु, परमहंसा गुरु. पुण्य काम तुम लो प्रणाम, सतकोटि हृदय से. परमहंसा गुरु, परमहंसा गुरु, परमहंसा गुरु.
Hari Om. Shrimad Satyanando Vijayate Taram. Turiyasthaha samadhisthaha panchagni sevi madguruhu yogadvandarshitayena tasmai shri gurave namaha. Yasya yoga samsthayam shikshayai nivasamyaham satapo bhumiravishta sthapita tatmaharshina tatra bhavato dattena satyananda mahatmana kanika kanika yasyaha purita tasya medhaya shramabindu vibhushita tasya panditya mandita puja yogya iyam bhumihi sadhanaya sugandhita tasya chudamani shishyo janmanaiva niranjanaha pujosti samamacharya tatha marga pradarshakah bhagyashali aham asmi idrushi pavanasthali gurukula bhumi mesti sarvaphala pradayini guruputayam bhumihi svargadapi gariyasi nivasanatra bhagyena paramapyayitosmyaham kinchidapi na ichhami atiriktam guru krupam atra vaso himayam tu sarvadanandadayakah atra vaso himayam tu sarvadanandadayakah atra vaso himayam tu sarvadanandadayakah. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om.
Swamiji, what is devotion?
Physical attachment, physical attraction, attachment directed to gross and transitory objects of life. When it is directed inward, that is called devotion. Devotion is bhakti. And the opposite of devotion is bhoga. Bhoga is mind and the senses dwelling in the sense objects. The external world in which we live represents sense objects. And when you think about them, when you are deeply attached to them, that is called bhoga. And when the same is directed inward towards the self, towards your own being, in the form of your deity, in the form of God, in the form of Guru, that is called bhakti. You may even use the word bhakti is pure love. In Sufi philosophy, they call it ishq. Ishq means love. Amor, you know amor? It's called amor, yes. It's called ishq. Ishq is of two types. One, empirical, earthly, and worldly. When your mind is dwelling in the transitory and fleeting things and affairs and events and men of the world, is called earthly ishq, ishq mazazi, M-A-Z-A-Z-I, mazazi they call it, ishq mazazi. And those who follow the path of ishq mazaji are left totally blank at the end, with frustrations and disappointments. Even as a deer runs after the mirage in the desert, ultimately finding its own grave. In the same way, the people in the world, they follow the path of the senses because they believe that the pleasure, the ecstasy, the delight is emanating from the object. Chocolates are sweet. Flowers are beautiful. And so on and so forth. This is what we think, that the pleasure which we experience emanates from the objects. This is called ishq majazi, worldly attachment, worldly love. The saints say it's not true. The pleasure which you are receiving, and you think that you are receiving from the objects, in fact, you are expressing your own self. The pleasure which you think you are deriving from the objects do not come from the object, but they come from yourself, because delight, joy, and pleasure is the nature of yourself and not the objects. And as such, those who want to experience delight, bliss, eternally and perennially, they should go back to the source. And the source is within you. And when you begin to realize this truth, that all that I was experiencing was from within and not from without, then you begin to delve deep. You begin to peep within your own self. Now, when you begin to peep within your own self, you must have a concept. And the concept is God, Guru, or Ishta Devata, your desired form. God is formless, is nameless, and therefore the next representative of yourself is Ishta Devata, a divine form which you have chosen for yourself. A divine form, it may be even a hypothesis, doesn't matter, but you have chosen for yourself. Ishta Devata is a hypothesis. And for that matter, I think even the name God, the word God, the concept of God is also a hypothesis. Because you don't know what you are talking about. Him is true. and what we have understood from the books is right. So let us say even that is a hypothesis. The Ishtadevata, the divine symbol, the divine form which you have chosen for yourself is one concept of the inner self for you. Another concept of yourself is Guru. And when you draw yourself within, you have to base your consciousness either on one of these two or on both, also possible. As you are becoming more and more aware of God, of Ishtadevata and Guru, you begin to develop a rapport between yourself and Him. That oneness, that totality of yourself and Himself being one, that is called Bhakti or Bhakti Yoga. Another point, Bhakti is transcendent love. Love is something which I cannot explain to you. It is not something in which you live together with a person. It is total awareness. If there is total awareness of someone in your mind and in yourself, then you are practicing bhakti. There are two important texts on Bhakti Yoga. Just like Raj Yoga, you have Patanjali. In the same way, for Bhakti Yoga, you have by Rishi Narada and Shandilya. These two great sages have written two books on Bhakti. And in those books, it is said, in total devotion, self-consciousness is totally lost. When the river mingles with the ocean, it loses its name and form. It becomes ocean. In the same way, when I love myself, when I love my Guru, or when I love the divine form which I've chosen for myself, I become one with it. So much so, the difference between I and Him is lost.
हरिओम। आत्मा भ्रम। निस्तब्ध निशा में पद्मासनासीन, शांत, सरल, निश्चल, मौन, सोहम में अहम को मिटाकर चित्त का अनंत आकाश में उड़े चला वह। समुज्वल स्वर्णिम किरणों से विस्तृत यह चिदाकाश, अ, उ और म के सामंजस्य से प्रतिध्वनित। ओम ओम ओम। ध्वनि तरंगवृत्त उसके प्रत्येक रग, प्रत्येक प्राण पर अमृत की अमरता, चंदन की शीतलता और अखंड आनंद की वर्षा कर उस शून्य में विलीन हो जाती जिसका न ओर न छोर है। ध्यान के उच्चतम सोपान पर सहसा वह चौंक गया। वह ध्वनि प्रतिध्वनित हो ज्योति रूप में समग्र व्योम में व्याप्त है। अद्भुत प्रकाश, अनुपम शब्द संघात, अजस्र परिश्रवित सुधा, आनंद विभोर वह दर्शन किया ओम के प्रकाश से अपना आत्म ब्रह्म का। तब उसका अपना संपूर्ण ब्रह्मांड परम आलोक से आलोकित था। हरिओम।
हरिओम। चरणों से हमको लगा रे हो किया वाले बाबा, चरणों से हमको लगा रे हो किया वाले बाबा, रिया वाले बाबा सत्यानंद बाबा, रिया वाले बाबा सत्यानंद बाबा, सत्यानंद बाबा योगी राज बाबा, सत्यानंद बाबा योगी राज बाबा, चरणों से हमको लगा ले हो किया वाले बाबा, चरणों से हमको लगा ले हो रिकिया वाले बाबा, रिकिया वाले बाबा सत्यानंद बाबा, रिकिया वाले बाबा सत्यानंद बाबा, सत्यानंद बाबा योगी राज बाबा, सत्यानंद बाबा योगी राज बाबा, चरणों से हमको लगा ले हो रिकिया वाले बाबा, चरणों से हमको लगा ले हो रिकिया वाले बाबा, रिकिया वाले बाबा सत्यानंद बाबा, रिकिया वाले बाबा सत्यानंद बाबा, सत्यानंद बाबा योगी राज बाबा, सत्यानंद बाबा योगी राज बाबा, चरणों से हमको लगा ले हो रिकिया वाले बाबा, चरणों से हमको लगा ले हो रिकिया वाले बाबा, रिकिया वाले बाबा सत्यानंद बाबा, रिकिया वाले बाबा सत्यानंद बाबा, सत्यानंद बाबा योगी राज बाबा, सत्यानंद बाबा योगी राज बाबा, चरणों से हमको लगा ले हो रिकिया वाले बाबा, चरणों से हमको लगा ले हो रिकिया वाले बाबा, रिकिया वाले बाबा सत्यानंद बाबा, रिकिया वाले बाबा सत्यानंद बाबा, सत्यानंद बाबा योगी राज बाबा, सत्यानंद बाबा योगी राज बाबा, चरणों से हमको लगा ले हो रिकिया वाले बाबा। हरिओम।
हरिओम। श्री सत्यानंद महिम्नस्तवम्। विश्वाधारो महादेवः सर्वज्ञज्ञानिनमुत्तमम् करोतु दीर्घायुषं स्वामी सत्यानंद सरस्वती योग वेदांत आरोग्य जीवनयो संपादकः सुयोग्य पंडित शिष्यः शिवानंद महात्मना शांतो नम्र स्वभावी च शुद्ध वेदांत वाचकः लेखको ज्ञान ग्रंथानां निबंधानां विधायकः योगाभ्यासी तथा न्यासी परिचायकस्तावकः कीर्ति विस्तारक श्रीमद शिवानंद महात्मनां स्वगुरोश्च कृपा पात्रो बालसन्यासी मोदनः दर्शनीयो गुरु भक्तो गुरोरादेश पालकः मृदुभाषी महात्मा वै सर्वसत्कारकारकः वस्तुतो दान्तशान्तश्च सद्गुरोर्गुणगायकः काम्यानां कर्मणां न्यासः सन्न्यासोऽस्य युपासकः सश्राद्धो जयति स्वामी सत्यानंद सरस्वती सश्राद्धो जयतु स्वामी सत्यानंद सरस्वती सश्राद्धो जयतु स्वामी सत्यानंद सरस्वती। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम।
हरिओम तत्सत। कीर्तन के बोल हैं शिवोहम 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 शिवोहम। वही आत्मा सच्चिदानंद में है, अमर आत्मा सच्चिदानंद में है। शिवोहम 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 शिवोहम। वही आत्मा सच्चिदानंद में हूँ, अमर आत्मा सच्चिदानंद में हूँ। शिवोहम 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 शिवोहम। अखिल विश्व का जो परम आत्मा है, सभी प्राणियों का वही आत्मा है। वही आत्मा सच्चिदानंद में हूँ, अमर आत्मा सच्चिदानंद में हूँ। शिवोहम 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 शिवोहम। अमर आत्मा है मरणशील काया, सभी प्राणियों के जो भीतर समाया। वही आत्मा सच्चिदानंद में हूँ, अमर आत्मा सच्चिदानंद में हूँ। शिवोहम शिवोहम शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं जिसे शस्त्र काटे न अग्नि जलाए, बुझाए न पानी न मृत्यु मिटाए, वही आत्मा सच्चिदानंद मैं हूँ, अमर आत्मा सच्चिदानंद मैं हूँ। शिवोऽहं 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 शिवोऽहं। है तारों सितारों में आलोक जिसका, है चंदा व सूरज में आभास जिसका, वही आत्मा सच्चिदानंद मैं हूँ, अमर आत्मा सच्चिदानंद मैं हूँ। शिवोऽहं 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 शिवोऽहं। जो व्यापक है कण कण में है वास जिसका, नहीं तीनों कालों में ओ नाश जिसका, वही आत्मा सच्चिदानंद मैं हूँ, अमर आत्मा सच्चिदानंद मैं हूँ। शिवोऽहं 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 शिवोऽहं। अजर और अमर जिसको वेदों ने गाया, यही ज्ञान अर्जुन को हरि ने सुनाया, वही आत्मा सच्चिदानंद मैं हूँ, अमर आत्मा सच्चिदानंद मैं हूँ। शिवोऽहं 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 शिवोऽहं। हरि ओम तत्सत्।
Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. So next sadhana item is going to be a very interesting one. It is 108 qualities of Paramhamsa, Gunagathavali, Shrimad Satyananda Saraswati, Gunagathavali. So about 108 qualities. Qualities does not mean only the guna for that matter, but it describes his life and his work, and of course qualities, some of the qualities. So please listen to it very carefully. It is also there in Satyam Aradhana book, you will find it. And we are going to do a year-long sadhana on it. There are many sadhanas. You will keep seeing it on Satyananda Family. One you have already noticed, the Purnima Wala Sundarkand part every Purnima for 1 year on Skype. That is one sadhana. The second sadhana we'll introduce on Satyananda Family tonight and very soon, tomorrow. But I'll just give you a little glimpse that we will do a contemplation or a Manan on it. It's not actual meditation, but we take a thought and think about it in depth. in all its aspect. Dig out few things from the memory or try to understand it. And if there is something which is very inspiring and which we can imbibe in our lives, then we should try to do that. There may be many inspiring things, but it may not be practical. For example, one of the Puna is saying that he established Bihar School of Yoga Ashram. Well, all of us cannot go and start an ashram, an institute. No, but his work is inspired. So that is what should come to us in our life. Then it is meaningful. So let us enjoy that.
Hari Om. Shrimad Satyananda Saraswati Ashtottar Gunagathavali. Shrimad Paramhamsa Satyanandaya Namaha. Shrimad Shivananda Adarsha Shishyaya Namaha. Shrimad Panchagni Sevine Namaha. Shrimad Turiyasthaya Namaha. Shrimad Balyat Pradnya Prapannaya Namaha. Shrimad Balyat Samadhisthaya Namaha. Shrimad Yoga Marga Pradarshakaya Namaha. Shrimad Nigamagama Marmadnyaya Namaha. Shrimad Gurunam Gurave Namaha. Shrimad Saraswatyagine Namaha. Shrimad Mahakarma Yogine Namaha. Shrimad Maharshi Manaye Namaha. Shrimad Yoginam Agraganyaya Namaha. Shrimad Naharnishatapasyarataya Namaha. Shrimad Jatarupaya Namaha. Shrimad Hima Panchagni Samatitikshave Namaha. Shrimad Karma Yogena Siddhaya Namaha. Shrimad Janothana Lagnaya Namaha. Shrimad Natimartya Manavaya Namaha. Shrimad Sadananda Leenaya Namaha. Shrimad Akhanda Bala Brahmacharine Namaha. Shrimad Adyanta Heenaya Namaha. Shrimad Pidita Jana Paritrana Parayanaya Namaha. Shrimad Rama Parama Bhaktaya Namaha. Shrimad Shatachandi Yajñakatre Namaha. Shrimad Rajasuya Yajñakatre Namaha. Shrimad Sada Prasannavadayanaya Namaha. Shrimad Paramakinchanaya Namaha. Shrimad Vedanta Tattvajnaya Namaha. Shrimad Dayasagaraya Namaha. Shrimad Najnana Sanharakaya Namaha. Shrimad Jivana Muktaya Namaha. Shrimad Trigunatitaya Namaha. Shrimad Vishwa Parivrajakaya Namaha. Shrimad Natimayaya Namaha. Shrimad Natidvayaya Namaha. Shrimad Nakalkaya Namaha. Shrimad Paramashuddhaya Namaha. Shrimad Nakshaya Krutaye Namaha. Shrimad Sarvada Sukhadaya Namaha. Shrimad Agadha Medha Yuktaya Namaha. Shrimad Nachutanandaya Namaha. Shrimad Najayaya Namaha. Shrimad Najata Shatrave Namaha. Shrimad Yoga Visheshadnyaya Namaha. Shrimad Nati Muktaya Namaha. Shrimad Nati Varnashramine Namaha. Shrimad Prakanda Panditaya Namaha. श्रीमद्रिखिया क्षेत्रोन्नायकाय नमः श्रीमन्नध्यात्म विद्या प्रदायकाय नमः श्रीमद्गुणिनां वन्द्याय नमः श्रीमत्सर्वहितरताय नमः श्रीमत्तमोपहाय नमः श्रीमदात्मवत्सौख्यप्रदायकाय नमः श्रीमद्विपन्नजीविकादायकाय नमः श्रीमद्दुःखप्राप्तानां सहायकाय नमः श्रीमद्रिखियापीठसंस्थापकाय नमः श्रीमत्प्रकाण्डवेदज्ञाय नमः श्रीमत्सर्वधर्मतत्त्वज्ञाय नमः श्रीमद्भारतीयसंस्कृतिप्रचारकाय नमः श्रीमद्दिक्ष्वाकुकुलोत्पन्नाय नमः श्रीमद्विश्वविश्रुताय नमः श्रीमन्मुङ्गेराश्रमसंस्थापकाय नमः श्रीमद्शिवानन्दमठसंस्थापकाय नमः श्रीमदसङ्ख्यशिष्याणां गुरवे नमः श्रीमत्सर्वसङ्गविवर्जिताय नमः श्रीमद्वागीश्वराय नमः श्रीमत्स्वस्वरूपानुसन्धानशीलाय नमः श्रीमदानन्दमूर्तियोगीन्द्राय नमः श्रीमदार्थसेवाधूरीणाय नमः श्रीमत्कारुण्यनेत्राय नमः श्रीमद्योगनिष्ठाय नमः श्रीमद्योगाङ्गदक्षाय नमः श्रीमच्चित्तस्वरूपे निमग्नाय नमः श्रीमत्सर्वकल्याणराशये नमः श्रीमत्सदाचारशीलाय नमः श्रीमद्हृदयालवे नमः श्रीमद्बालिकाशिक्षोन्नायकाय नमः श्रीमद्वृद्धनरनारी संरक्षकाय नमः श्रीमद्विधवा गोदायकाय नमः श्रीमद्श्रमगोखवर्धकाय नमः श्रीमद्भक्तियोगप्रचारकाय नमः श्रीमदतिसम्पन्नपरिवारत्यागिने नमः कलाप्रवीणाय नमः श्रीमद्योगसाहित्यलेखकाय नमः श्रीमत्समाजहितजागरूकाय नमः श्रीमत्सत्सङ्गदक्षाय नमः श्रीमत्सर्वभावेन जितेन्द्रियाय नमः श्रीमदुदात्तचरित्रधारकाय नमः श्रीमद्धराधामपवित्रकर्त्रे नमः श्रीमद्विश्वबन्धुत्वपोषकाय नमः श्रीमद्योगडिण्डिमवादकाय नमः श्रीमत्सर्वोच्चसन्न्यासिने नमः श्रीमद्ऋषिवंशजाय नमः श्रीमद्विश्वविजयिने नमः श्रीमद्विश्वोद्धारकाय नमः श्रीमदादर्शयोगिराध्ये नमः श्रीमद्विश्वपरिवारनिर्मात्रे नमः श्रीमज्ञानभास्कराय नमः श्रीमन्निस्पृहाय नमः श्रीमत्सीताकल्याणयज्ञकर्त्रे नमः श्रीमत्सन्तशिरोमणये नमः श्रीमद्भवसागरनौकानिभं नेत्राय नमः श्रीमन्निर्धनावासप्रदायकाय नमः श्रीमन्मायामोहतमिस्रविनाशकाय नमः श्रीमत्सच्चिदानन्दरूपे विलीनाय नमः श्रीमन्दिरभिमानमण्डिताय नमः श्रीमन्महिमामण्डिताय नमः श्रीमन्महिमामण्डिताय नमः श्रीमन्महिमामण्डिताय नमः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ओम् हरि ओम् तत्सत्
Hari Om Tat Sat. So how did you find it? Gunagathavali. Beautiful, isn't it? Yes. So we'll try and do a little bit of Manan contemplation on few such gunas that we have heard today. So if you choose to be in meditative state, then please sit in meditation asana. But it is not actually a dharana practice. So in between, if you want to move, no problem. But your thought process should not get disturbed. Yes, thinking should stay like a Tela Dharavat. Means it should stay uninterrupted. Okay, so take a position which is comfortable to you. And as far as body does not move, it is better because that is how the mind also stays on one thing. So sit quietly. Try to bring your mind to one focus, maybe by visualizing Paramhamsa's Murti image at eyebrow center or at heart center. And the first guna that we are going to contemplate upon is Shrimad Yoga Marga Pradarshakaya Namaha. Yoga Marga means the path of yoga sadhana, or yoga practice also. Pradarshakaya, one who points out, one who guides. So all of us know Paramhamsa quite a bit. Think about it, in what ways he has shown us the path of yoga practice and yoga sadhana. Is he yoga pradarshak, yoga marga pradarshak? Because he established, he founded, yes, why? And he taught yoga. Think about it. or because he lived yoga? He taught, definitely yes. But more than that, there are many yoga teachers. They are not yoga marga pradarshak. He not only taught yoga, he lived yoga. Why do you say so? Think about it. Hatha Yoga, Raj Yoga, and Kriya Yoga. He taught all the three. But in a way different than other yoga teachers and other yoga institutes, schools. He made it more authentic from Yoga Shastras. And he simplified it step by step. So that each and every level of practitioner, sadhaka, would practice it and benefit from it. And that does not happen without he being practicing it. This is about yoga practices. What about other branches of yoga? Karma yoga. One of the gunas says, Shrimad Mahakarma Yogine Namaha. And we heard Sannyasi Jnanaswarup, who spent his teenage and young adulthood in ashram. He described his experience so well, beautifully. That shows the importance of karma yoga in ashram and in Paramhamsa's life. Think about it. What else? It's a yoga marga pradarshak of karma yoga. What did he do? At the end of 20 years cycle of the third 20-year cycle, where he was in BSY, establishing and strengthening BSY, what did he do? He just left it. Karma phala tyaga. He offered it to Shivanandaji, his guru, at his feet. Ishwara Arpanam. That is all made Karma Yoga. So he lived Karma Yoga. Just doing everything skillfully. Yes, that is Karma Yoga, first step. But he was Maha Karma Yogi. Not only doing of karmas, not only Karma Yogi, but Maha Karma Yogi, complete. in the Karma Yoga Sadhana. Which else Yoga Marga he showed us? Bhakti Yoga, one of the gunas says, Shrimad Bhakti Yoga Pracharakaya Namaha. We heard him in one of his videos today that he's talking on Bhakti. He's doing Bhakti Prachar, Bhakti Yoga Prachar. We remember him advocating to chant Ramcharitmanas. But is that the Bhakti? It's only beginning of the Bhakti. What is Bhakti? One of the gunas says, Shrimad Vishwa Bandhutva Poshakaya Namaha. Everybody is my brother. Everything is close to me. Also, Sarva Dharma Saman. If you remember in Vikya, he had invited Muslim and Christian and all religion priests. And had a very nice program with them, showing that Vishwabandhutva, all religions are same. That is about religions, but even he talks about Atma Bhav. Not only everybody is my brother, everybody is same as me. I am everybody and everybody is me. So much unity. His own Atma and every other Atma. Animal, insect, humans, everything. And his work in Vikya is all example of serve, love, give. And that is Bhakti Yoga. And Jnana Yoga, why do we say he is a Yoga Marga Pracharak of Jnana Marga? Think about it. Because he has written the poetry, मैं कौन हूँ, मैं कौन हूँ. ये शरीर मैं हूँ, जिसका अंत निश्चित. ये श्वास मैं हूँ, जिसके अंक means number is निश्चित, definite. Am I this? or because he saw the seeds, he planted the seeds of Swan Sadhana, of know yourself yoga movement. One of the gunas is Shrimad Swarupa Anusandhana Shilaya Namaha. अपने आप को जानना, स्व स्वरूप फॉर्म रूप, अनुसंधान to do research, one who does that and his Jnana Yoga culminated into one of the gunas is Shrimad Satchidananda Rupe Vilinaya Namaha. Satchit Anand is the Brahman, is the highest spirit, highest consciousness. Nature of each and every Atma, including ours, but we are not aware. But he became one with that jnana, with that experience. Vilinaya, vilin. He melted into that Satchidananda Rupa. So he also achieved the highest level of Jnana Yoga. And his Mahasamadhi is also the very example of it. He knew when to go, when not to go, and when he chose the time, how to go, when to go, how to go, and whether to come back or not to come back. And if to come back for what? He knew all that exactly. Only a Jnani Siddha Avatit will know that. One who is Ekarup, one who is one with Satchidananda, only that consciousness can know all this. So I bow down to this Yoga Marga Pradarshakaya. And whatever I can imbibe in Hatha Yoga, in Raja Yoga, in Kriya Yoga, in Karma Yoga, in Bhakti Yoga, in Jnana Yoga. From his life and his work, I will try to imbibe to best of my ability. And I pray to the higher consciousness, to Ishvara, to him who is Ishvara now, one with Ishvara now. That life after life, let him be my guide. Let him be my Yoga Marga Pradarshaka. Let him lead me in spiritual life. To the final destination. Again, bowing down to him, his image at eyebrow center or at heart center. We will chant Shanti mantras. Please breathe in to chant 3 Oms. Asato ma satkamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityurma amritam gamaya sarvesham Swastir bhavatu sarvesham shanti bhavatu sarvesham purnam bhavatu sarvesham Mangalam bhavatu loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urva Rukamiva Bandhana Mrityor Mokshiyamamrita Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Disperse his image. Become aware of your body. And gradually externalizing your awareness, become aware of your environment. And when you are ready, rub your palms together until they are very warm. Put them over your closed eyes very lightly. Feel the prana warmth. Blink your eyes few times. Open them under cover of your palm. And then Transfer the warmth and prana all over face from your palms. Hari Om Tat Sat. I want to thank you all for joining us. It was a really very beautiful sadhana. Special thanks to all, especially to Jnana Swarup for sharing his experience, personal experience. Also special thanks to Harikirtiji and Tripura, mother and daughter, who sang Main To Ramta Jogi Ram. Like Jnana Swarup, Harikirtiji has also been has lived, and Tripura too. They have lived with Paramhamsa very closely. And they have been very, very close devotee right from beginning, right from his Parirajak days, before even he established BSY. And if we recollect his Paramhamsa's first sannyas in Disarpa is Harikirti's cousin, Atmananji, Swami Atmananji. So special thanks to Harikirtiji and Tripura for gracing the occasion with a beautiful bhajan so dear to Paramhamsa. And all of you, please, on Satyananda Family group chat, we will be starting this sadhana of Gunagathavali Mananam. Very soon, maybe today or tomorrow, you will find some input on that. And over the year, we will be doing 2 gunas every week. We'll think about it and get inspired with that. And if possible, invite whatever is possible. Hari Om Tat Sat.